What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. Okay, continuing the series, the Riftwatcher cards are now available in the QA test server, so if you want to go test them out, open up some packs, play around with them, you can definitely do that. I have already covered all of the other splinters before this, so fire, water, earth, and life in separate videos, but we are going to do a deep dive into the death cards of this set. So let's go ahead and start just taking a look at Dallin real quick. This is the summoner for the set, so you get Cripple, which is cool. Again, I don't know what to expect from it. Some people think it's going to be awesome. Some people think it's not going to be great at all. I don't know what to think just yet. I think it's an interesting ability, and it might have some unique use cases, so we shall see. But let's go ahead and start with the common cards, and we've already seen this one. I believe we got the stat candy for it a while ago, and I am a fan. Now, this is a giant off the bat, Night Ghoul, 11 mana, but look at this thing. It's an absolute beast at level 1. You're getting 4 damage. Speed of 2 isn't great, but you got 4 shield as well as 10 health. Now, what I love about this is that in bronze, you do get, so if you go up to level 3, you do get an additional speed, which means that when the enrage ability kicks in, and you get that, right from the get-go, when the enrage ability kicks in, you're going to be doing 6 damage and with a speed of 5 right off the bat. And then to go with this like meat shield, I feel like it's a great, I don't know if counter is the right word, and I don't even know if I would use great, but it's a nice counter to someone like, who's the Cursed Windeku, right? So that monster has thorns, and it can self-heal at the higher levels, but it's, you can do a ton of damage if you're doing 6 damage per turn, and also taking a lot of that thorns damage back with the shield. So I don't know. I think this card's pretty cool. When you get up to level 5, which is maxed for silver now, your speed stays the same. You get an additional armor, but your damage goes up to 5, and I believe that when you get enraged, all of a sudden now you are doing 8 damage per turn. So again, this thing is a giant, literally, that is going to be doing a ton of damage. Now, in gold and above, you do get the force field ability as well as an increased speed. So now all of a sudden you'll be a speed of 6 with doing a damage of 8 whenever you are enraged, and then things just fly off the wall in Diamond Plus, because, or at least maxed out, because you're able to do like 9 damage per turn when you are enraged. So again, I think that this card is going to be a lot of fun to play with, and at least I'm looking forward to it in my death decks. So yeah, and it's common. I don't know. So, is it power creep? Tell me what's going on here. It feels like it, but maybe I could be wrong. Okay, next we have Arachne Thug. Damn, this artwork still looks so awesome. Just, yeah, I love it. Okay, so now we have a melee monster with the reach ability at level 1. So this is going to be 6 mana, 2 damage, 3 speed, 2 armor, and 5 health. Again, with the reach ability. Now, at maxed for bronze, you are going to get that 3rd damage, which is kind of nice. At maxed for silver, though, you get an additional ability as well as increased speed, and that is going to be the trample ability. So, pretty fast monster, plus 3 damage. I don't know that trample's the best there, but for 6 mana, it's not a terrible tank, or at least a secondary tank to throw in the reach position. Now, when you max for gold, you do get some increased health. You get some increased armor. No increased speed, though, so it just looks like armor, health, and is there a stat increase somewhere that I'm missing? Or decrease somewhere that I'm missing? Well, I guess that's it. So you get your... Oh, okay. You get your health. So you get 2 health and then and 1 armor here. And then in the Diamond Plus or maxed out leagues, you will get a 4th damage, which is kind of nice, but you'll also get the knockout ability. So to go with all that stunning that's happening out there, and keep in mind that actually let's see if there's a stun monster here. So there's no stun monster here, at least not at level 1. So Death does not have a stun monster, but if you remember, and I forgot what it's called, because I barely use it since I don't have leveled up one. Revealer does have stun at level 1, so you can pair it with one of the rewards cards, which is pretty cool. So let's go through on the rare cards now. So Cabalist, I don't know how to say this right, but here is a monster that will give you Amplify at level 1, which is great, actually, to pair with someone like Cursed Windeku, with at least in gold level when you get Magic Reflect for Jin Moirat. Like, I like the fact that you can get Amplify level 1 right off the bat. Now, 7 mana for 2 damage, 2 speed, 5 health. It's a little expensive, so I feel like you'd really only want to be playing this card for the Amplify ability at the lower levels. But when you do get to silver, that increased damage, the damage increase goes to 3. Your speed jumps up to 3 as well, although your speed jumps up to 3 in bronze. But you get the Giant Killer ability, which now becomes, I think, really important because it's not a 7 mana 3 damage, but potentially 7 mana 6 damage for any giants out there. And obviously, with Riftwatchers, we're adding quite a few of them. Now, where this gets really cool for me is in gold, because now you have not just a powerful attack and support card, but you are going to get additional support with Demoralize. And so you pair this dude behind someone like Legionnaire Alvar or Heartclaw, and you're getting -2 melee for your opponents, which is, I mean, I don't know. I think that's awesome. So anytime I can use Demoralize, it's great. Now, what's interesting is I think this is the first. Actually, no, I don't know if it's the first, but a lot of the other splinters had headwinds, and I don't think we've seen it here, but we do see Demoralize, and that is the first that we've seen across all of the 5 splinters that we've covered so far, and the main splinters, I should say, because all we have left after this is Dragon and Neutral. Now, when you get to the highest levels, you do get that 4 magic damage, which I think is great, especially when paired with the Giant Killer, because now you're doing 8 damage. You got Amplify and Demoralize. I think this is going to be a phenomenal support card because it's pretty fast, too. You get that 4 speed as well. And then we have Queen of Crows. So Queen Mycelia might have some competition, at least in title. So let's see here. You have 9 mana, 2 range damage, 2 speed, and 11 health. So just chunky off the bat, both mana-wise and health-wise. Now, the cool thing is that you do get close range. And it looks like I just jinxed myself because here you go. You got headwinds on this card, not in bronze, but in silver. So as soon as you get into silver, you have a nice support card here, which in gold is going to get you slow as well. So now you're going to have, actually, this is a fantastic support card that can attack from anywhere on the field. Now, the only thing is that when I say attack from anywhere on the field, it's just slow. It's just slow, and it doesn't do much damage. But take a look at this when you get into Diamond Plus. Look at this list of abilities here. You have Headwinds, Slow, Return Fire, and you'll be doing 3 damage with 3 speed. Now, 9 mana is a hefty amount, but again, for all of the abilities that you get with it, it makes it interesting. At least in my book, it makes it interesting. Now, again, will you use this card all the time? Probably not. But will you use it in matches where maybe there's no melee allowed or there's no magic allowed, for example, right? Because then you'll know that your opponent has to play one of 2 attack types, and unless they go all melee or something, you can get a good amount of, you can get a good amount of return damage or nerfs on their side, or debuffs, I should say. So, I'm a fan of this card in very specific situations. I think it's, again, so many anti-Jotun cards out there. Jotun is beatable now. The one that isn't beatable is Kitty, so I'm just having trouble with that. But we'll see what happens when we get to the dragon cards. So again, I think this one's good, but very niche. Maybe not very niche, but has specific instances where I think it could be fantastic. And then we move to the legendary card, which is Ra. Now, at level 1, this is a giant, 12 mana. It's going to give you 7 health for, man, only 7 health for that 12 mana kind of hurts. slow as well because it's only speed of 2 and does 3 ranged damage. Now, where this gets fun though is when you look at the abilities list, and it's got some great ones. So you got flying, double strike, and scattershot off the bat. So not just doing 3 damage, it's doing 6 damage, but it's doing 3 and 3 randomly across the board. Now, at level 2, you get Giant Killer, which means that if it's just spraying all across and it happens to hit a giant, all of a sudden you're doing 6 damage per hit, and you could be doing 12 damage per hit if you're hitting giants everywhere. So again, you're probably only going to be playing this guy in high mana games where other high mana cards would be. So even at silver, this card is a lot of fun. Now in gold, I love the fact that you get all the abilities in gold here, right? Because when you get to Diamond Plus, you get that additional attack, so it'll be doing 4 damage double per turn. But in gold, you get the Rust ability, which I think comes in very handy as a support card, because keep in mind, if they're attacking doing 6 damage per turn, 3 and 3 on Scattershot, it'd be kind of nice to make sure there isn't any armor that you have to eat through. You can just have the Rust ability and remove a lot of it. So cards like Kelia, cards like what's that called, Grandmaster Wraith. These cards, it's a great kind of counter to those cards right now, because you can start hitting those back lines for a decent amount of damage, I should say. Now, how does this work with... okay, so then we went to Diamond. So how do these cards work with someone like Dallin? Well, I love the double strike, because that means that you're going to do cripple, right? Twice per turn. So the max health of the monsters are going to come down twice. For Queen of Crows, I don't know if there's, cripple, I don't think really does much there. Cabalist, I don't think that, I mean, it's nice, but again, Ra works well with Dallin, so I will give you that. And any double strike that you can pair with Dallin, I don't know how many double strikes there are for death, really, but maybe there's some for neutral cards. We'll end up seeing. So Night Ghoul, though, one of my favorites. I think this card's going to be an awesome tank, and people are going to have a lot of fun with it. And then, yeah. That's really it for the death card. So let me know your thoughts. Which are your favorite ones? Which are ones that you find to be questionable? And we can continue in the comment section below. But otherwise, I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Take care.